You guys, I am struggling so hard with doing a recap for this episode because I am just so over what is going on. Before I go any further, let me just say, if you do not like spoilers, then you might as well just stop, exit stage left, click on another video, check out one of my haul videos, check out a makeup tutorial, figure something out, but you do not want to watch this. If you don't mind any spoilers, then let's proceed with this review, shall we? So in tonight's episode, we find out that A, Veronica Hastings did in fact become state senator, that B, the twin on Pretty Little Liars, is actually Jessica De Laurentiis. That's right, she has a twin sister. Her name is Mary Drake. We will get back to that. 3, Hannah and Caleb kissed not too long after Spencer told Caleb that she loved him. 4, Arya and Ezra hooked up. I am so far over Arya and Ezra. I was over them since they got together. Yup. True story. Okay. 5. I told you. I knew it. I knew it from the minute we saw him. There was really something wrong with Elliot. And what's wrong with Elliot? Elliot is in cahoots with the new A, who is now being deemed emoji. So, are there any other spoilers, highlights I need to get out there? Toby and Spencer did get together to do a little plan, but they didn't kiss her or anything, not at all. But that girl that Toby's dating, she definitely does not, Yvonne, she definitely doesn't like the fact that Toby, dipped on her to be with Spencer and help her. Oh, also, Mona went over and started to help Mrs. Hastings in her campaign the day that she actually won, and Allison was admitted to the loony bin. Okay, now let's get into more detail. So, while Spencer and Toby are off doing their little CSI tag team thing, they discovered that, if you remember from last week's review, I told you that they had the plans for Radley, the new hotel, and Radley, the insane asylum, and they had them on top of each other. I was trying to figure out what was going on. So apparently there was a secret room that was not on either of the on either of the floor plans for the layout of the Radley. So, they find that there's a secret room. They go into the secret room. As they're trying to get in, they see a light, and of course, Toby whips out his gun, I'm a cop, who is it? It was only Mona. And now they're like, what, are you stalking us? Why are you here? So Mona never gave a clear answer as to why she was there, but Mona was there. And they found this document. So as you know, A never, ever leaves things around by accident, okay? A is not that slow. So the file was a case for someone named Mary Drake. Now, I said in the very beginning of this video that Jessica De Laurentiis had a twin, and it was Mary Drake. Okay? That's her twin. So let me tell you. Mary Drake is Jessica De Laurentiis' twin, and she was in the Radley, and she had a baby while she was in the Radley, and his name was Charles Drake. And then it goes on to say that Charles was adopted by Jessica De Laurentiis and her husband Kenneth, and he then became Charles De Laurentiis, who was transgender and became a girl and became Cece Drake. Is this all making sense to you now? If not, let me put it in layman's terms. Cece Drake is Charles De Laurentiis. Charles De Laurentiis is Charles Drake. Charles Drake is the son of Mary De Laurentiis. What do they have in common? They all were in the Radley. That's 1. Number 2. Cece Drake is A. Cece made a whole bunch of people's lives a living nightmare. Okay? And someone, we're still not sure who did it, got rid of her. Now, they're getting text messages because they want to seek They want revenge for whoever killed Cece Drake. Who would want revenge on who killed Cece Drake? Who? Her mother. Especially if her mother isn't Jessica, and Jessica's already dead. Do you get it now? Emoji is Mary Drake. Mary Drake is the twin of Jessica De Laurentiis. So now that we've gotten that big spoiler out there, let me tell you, Jessica's twin is just as crazy as Jessica, okay? And just as crazy as Charlotte. I mean, I can see how they're related. And poor Allison, this girl is so manipulative because she's related to all these crazy people. I don't understand how Allison was never admitted to the Radley. So Jessica tag teams with Elliot. And for those of you who are wondering who Elliot is, he's the one who I said last episode's real sus. Elliot is Allison's husband. Now get this. Mary dressed up like Jessica, but like a dead zombie version of her, to freak out Allison. Then she had Elliot dress up in a mask like Walden. Do you remember Walden, that cop that was like pretty much pimping out Hannah's mom so that way Hannah didn't get in trouble? You know what I mean? Him? Yeah. So they were tag teaming freaking Allison while she was home alone after taking all those pills. Allison started flipping her mind and goes to the church seeking some kind of freaking solace, amen. And Emily finds her, and then she's like, I'm going crazy. I need help. I need help. I need help. So Allison submits herself to the psychiatric ward. Now, even though you go involuntarily, and this is all according to the show, if the doctor still thinks that there's something wrong with you, they can hold you against your will. So that doesn't mean that you can come and go as you please just because you voluntarily went in. It doesn't work that way. Oh no, girl. Oh no. So now Allison's out of the way. So Mary tag team with Allison's husband, who was like some British guy and apparently was in love with Cece. And they tag teamed to get, I guess, Allison out of the way, and all they really wanted was the killer of Charlotte. But then there's like this whole thing with like owning half the company. Remember that company that gave Hannah the scholarship, that huge scholarship to for college? Yeah, apparently that is in fact like a De Laurentiis company or something. And Elliot said that now he like owned half of the business because he's married to Allison. And oh my gosh, so many crazy things. I mean, so many crazy things. So if you watched the episode, it wasn't really a shock to realize that the twin was actually Jessica De Laurentiis. If you watch this season in general and you know about Elliot, then it wasn't that far of a guess to realize that there was really, really something wrong with Elliot. And I called it. Oh, I called it. If you watch my Twitter, if you follow my Twitter, if you've seen my reviews on all the Pretty Little Liars episodes from this second half of season 6, then I called it. I said there was something wrong with Elliot, and girl, boy, there was really something wrong with Elliot. So now we've covered the whole entire episode, okay? There was some infidelity. Well, not really infidelity because none of them are married. There was like cheating going on. Veronica won, okay? There's like twins. There's revenge as always. And now Hannah, okay? So, let's go back to that. So, remember Hannah decided to make herself the bait to bring in this new A? Well, they put Hannah into a room and they lock her in and everything's fine. And all of a sudden, you know, cameras, like the monitor starts going off and they're like, someone's coming near the thing, let's go get her. They get her, but there's like nobody there and they set up like a camera. So, it's like they did win, but they didn't. So when they get there and they say there's nobody there, they run back to Hannah, but Hannah's gone. They break into the freaking hotel that she was in, waiting, because, you know, she's the bait for freaking Emoji. And there's this thing, a hole in the floor. And now Hannah's gone. And the episode ends with Hannah being tied up and dragged out with the same exact flowers that Charlotte was in. Charlotte, CC Drake, whatever, was dragged out in at the top of like the bell tower part of the church. That was it. There was no preview of what's going to happen in season 7. Season 7, if I'm not mistaken, is the last season of this episode. Can someone please explain to me why? Why? So now season 7, okay, is just going to be about finding out who really killed frickin' CC Drake or Charlotte De Laurentiis, whatever you want to call her, okay? It's just going to be about finding out who killed her, why they killed her, what Mary wants, and if it took them 6 seasons to tell us who A is, why are we only going to clear this whole entire show up in 1 season? It's either going to be immensely rushed and it's just going to be really, really bad, or they're going to be a real big jerk and end the series with a cliffhanger. That would make me mad, because you know what? They did that in CSI Miami. They pretty much ended that show with a cliffhanger. It's going to make me mad. It's going to make me real mad. I guess this wasn't even too much of a review. It was more like a recap. But I don't know. Like, you guys, I really honestly don't know. Like, why? All I can say is why? Why, Marlene King? Why are you starting this all over again? And why am I watching it? You know why I'm watching it? I'm going to tell you why I'm watching it. I'm watching it because it's some sort of mystery. And I like thrillers and mysteries. But at some point, we must ask ourselves why. And that some point is every time I watch an episode. Ugh. I mean, the ending was so perfect. It was a work of art. It was CC Drake. She was transgender. Do I feel like that was completely overplayed, especially with the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing? Yes. Yes, I do. But you know what? Everything tied in together. It made sense. But now, it's also really weird because Jessica De Laurentiis covered up for CC so much, right? Or Charles. But that was only her nephew. And she covered up for him or her. Like, that was her actual child. Now it's got me second guessing. Was it actually Jessica who buried Allison alive in that season? Or was it Mary? And where's Mary been this whole entire time? Are you about to tell me that Mary was actually throughout the whole entire season and Mary and Jessica were switching off? Oh, I'm going to be so upset. And here I had this theory in my mind, and I was thinking of doing a video about it, but I had this theory in my mind that this was actually all in Spencer's head, and she's actually sitting in the Radley playing some sort of mental game, and like, none of this is real. Kind of like that psychological review of Rugrats. If you have no problem with your childhood being taken away from you, go ahead and feel free to Google the psychological paper behind Rugrats. You guys, I don't know. I just know they've done it yet again. They have drawn me into the show. I am now going to be waiting on the edge of my seat for next season to figure out what exactly is going on in this world. What exactly are they doing on Pretty Little Liars? Because I'm nosy and I need to know. And I know some of you guys are nosy and you need to know too. So this video has gone on long enough. I have rambled long enough. I have been confused long enough. You see, this is real. This is real. I want you to feel my confusion. I want us to be confused together. So as always, please leave your comments down below in the comment bar and let me know how you felt about it if you have seen it. Let me know what your predictions are. And to all you Horatio Canes out there that have already figured out what's going on, well, cuckoo for you, okay? With that being said, thank you for joining me in my Pretty Little Liars review. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. I post videos whenever I feel like it, whether they make sense or they don't. I'm random. My videos are random. You love it. Just admit it. I'll be seeing you guys on this channel. I can't even say same time as usual because I'm unpredictable. Like if you know where I referenced that from. But that's it. I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye-bye.